Hey guys, how's it going? It is the real Randy Chavez coming at you with a stock video investing. This is not investment advice. I am not a financial advisor, really. I'm don't have my Series 767 license, not a broker. This is just what I'm doing, and this is some news that I'm bringing to you from the Twitterverse. Basically, I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high, I wasn't anything less. I was just in bed, and I was just thinking. I was just on Twitter, and I was like, "Hey, Elon," because he responds to people sometimes. Never me, but at some point he will. At some point he will see that I'm the best friend. Not really. I was like, Elon, any chance that you would? Because he met with the officials of Tulsa, Oklahoma, the other day, and we're pretty sure he was doing Texas, but then people think that he's just trying to play one state against the other and trying to use this. So Texas is like, you could sell your cars in our state. Big incentives, like whatever. And fair point, that very well may be what he's doing. But I asked him yesterday, hey, Elon, any chance that you're going to build factories in both Oklahoma and Texas? And he didn't respond, but everyone else, like, I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter. Like hundreds of people are like, "Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, I've been saying this forever." And I was like, "Oh shit, I was not the only person to think of this." Like, I came to it independently, but yeah, apparently other people have thought this as well. Um, Tesla. One of the problems that they've had is that that I see with a bunch of my clients. A bunch of my clients is like they have so much they want to take on, and they have the people they just don't have the funds to be like construction worker, like you don't want to go as a contractor bid on this job and say, oh hey, can I get like 50% of that up front? Like no, you want to go in there like, nope, don't need the money, let me do the work. Like you just don't do that. So for Tesla to try to do, not only finish Giga Berlin, and not only do they want another gigafactory in Asia, but to have Giga Texas and Oklahoma at the same time, like they do not have the money for that. They could raise capital. They could take on more. I think they should take on more debt. However, Q2 earnings call is 22 July. That is when Elon will grace us with his presence. So when all the numbers come out, the earnings report, saying that hopefully, and what I think is that they will be posting a profit. Once that happens, August, September, around there, probably August, they'll be including the S&P 500. Rush of money, rush of people in ETFs and hedge funds going into Tesla, because a bunch of people, a bunch of these giant hedge funds, they're not really looking to buy Tesla unless they're profitable for a year. And that's not just with Tesla, with anyone. Unless they're profitable for a full year, they don't look at it. They don't do it. Tesla does that. Those hedge funds will go in, and a bunch of other people, once again, including the S&P 500, they have to be able to buy those shares. So not only are they going to post a profit, stock's going to go up. They're going to be including the S&P 500, stock will go up as soon as they are included. Again, probably August. And then you have Battery Investor / Shareholder Day on 15 September. Again, tentative date, but that's what it's looking at right now. Those three things are going to make the stock go from where it is now, like 1,400, just my opinion, 1,800 minimum by September. And then right after September in October, we have the Q3 earnings call, which is going to fucking blow people away because they're back up to capacity in Giga Shanghai and Fremont. So that's going to blow people away, and I think they could raise capital. Could they take on more debt and have at a really low interest rate? Yeah, absolutely. I think they should. I would rather them do that as opposed to raising shares, like raising money by diluting. And they could raise like just 1 million shares. It's not going to dilute it that much. $1 million. Yeah, and they could raise like $2 billion, which they'd probably pay for one gigafactory. But yeah, they need to build a couple at a time, because maybe they could do both: raise capital and take on debt. And they could do Texas, where they could do the Cybertruck, Oklahoma, where they do the semi, and then maybe they could do batteries there as well, because this is something that is going to be that's what I think they should do. Are they gonna do it? Probably not. Again, I'm just an idiot. I'm just a moron. They might do something else. They might just say, we'll do one, and then do. So he's got big plans that he wants to do, but 1 gigafactory a year is not going to cut it if we're talking about long term. I want these guys to be able to do like 2 a year, in like 3 years, 3 a year, because the demand. One, they cannot satisfy demand right now, and that's when this is what people saying, like, people are slowly coming around to the idea, like, okay, electric vehicles are the future, and a bunch of states in the U.S., but also states of like Europe, Australia, China, especially the 1 billion people there. They are taking over the market and they're probably going to build Cybertrucks in China. That second gigafactory they're going to have Cybertrucks in China, just because and not that it's going to be the same size, the same dimensions. It's be a smaller version of it, but still, like, the reason it's going to be a pain in the balls to buy a pickup truck in China right now, because there's a lot of regulations, it's a lot of pollution. But if you have something that you don't have to worry about pollution, and okay, that's fine. There's going to be a lot of demand for that. There already is. It's insane. I also, keeping things transparent, FSLY went up like 6% today, up to $100 a share. And so I trimmed a little bit of that, and as Tesla was down a little bit, I bought another share of Tesla. So I trimmed some FSLY to buy Tesla. If I had more money, I'd be putting as much money as I could into Tesla right now. I just don't. I am so over leveraged with everything. I wish I did. I have 41 shares now. That one share brings me to 41. I don't have it. Any extra money, I owe my friend like $8,000, which another friend owes me $3,000, and I'm waiting for another Pokemon sale, which maybe like $1,800. So I told him, like, all right, you'll get $1,000 on Friday. I'll get you a check for that, and then on my accountant, I owe taxes will be taken out on the 15th. All of this is fine. I will have like $100 left in that one account, and then I'll have like $300 left in my Pokemon account. So I'll have it. I just I'm buying Tesla. I'm trading other stuff like FSLY. I got a 20. I'm up over 300% on FSLY. Why am I trimming it? One, to take a little profit, but also to buy more Tesla. Because right now at $100 a share, FSLY is not going to go to $1,000 a share. It's just not. Even over the long term, 10 years. But Tesla is definitely going to be more than $14,000 a share. Again, just my opinion. Again, just in 10 years. That's just looking long term for these things. I made my 300-something% on FSLY. I'm trimming. Even if the short term FSLY will grow a lot quicker than Tesla. Again, short term it has, and it probably will. Speaking of growth in the short term, my friend Sully, a guy that I work with, he is in love with Peter Thiel. Thinks that Peter Thiel, who is the owner of PayPal, is like the smartest person in the world. God's gift to the world. That's what. And okay, fair point. Peter Thiel is one of the most intelligent men in the world. But having said that, when I had the choice to invest in PayPal or Square, I chose Square. Because one, Jack Dorsey, a little younger, a little more hip, also CEO of Twitter. Very smart. He knows what he's doing, and he loves Elon Musk, and he wants to do what Elon Musk wanted to do years ago at PayPal, and he's doing that with Square. He has his Cash App, which Square owns Cash App, and PayPal owns Venmo. Now, for a while, Venmo that's what you did. 5 years ago, I did not know what Cash App was. 3 years ago, okay, yeah, I knew what it was. I knew some people have it. A lot of my friends in the sex work industry, they have the Cash App. A lot of people that I have outside of sex work that just don't have a lot of money, that they can't really have a bank account because it costs money to have a bank account. They can't keep the money in there, so they don't have it. But Square, with PayPal, with Square and Cash App, you don't need it. You don't need to have that much money. They'll give you a routing and account number. They'll do all of that. So what I want to kind of project to you guys that they're serving the underserved. They're doing PPP loans. They're doing so much with the SBA and trying to help people through this. I don't see PayPal doing any of that. Granted, PayPal gave me a $5,000 credit line, and I've used that heavily with Pokemon cards. I have about maybe $3,000 balance on it, $3,300 balance on there. $2,000 available. So I'm utilizing 60-ish% of my available credit. Oh yeah, 5,500 in total, 3,300 that I'm using, 2,200 is available. I'm trying to get that down. But speaking of eBay and PayPal and Pokemon, as I'm doing some Pokemon uploading photos onto eBay yesterday, and I'm not the biggest seller. I sell maybe like a dozen items a month. The past couple days have been ridiculous though, but I get a notice like, manage your payments. What is this? So I look. By the end of the year, PayPal's not going to be doing the majority of transactions are just going to be handled by eBay. PayPal will no longer be a player in that. They are transitioning there because they're upping their eBay fee a little bit, but they're taking away the PayPal fee. So a little bit better for the seller. I'm not sure about the buyer. And yeah, PayPal's not going to be connected with it. It's going to connect directly to your bank account. No more PayPal fees. And yeah, this is something that is huge because PayPal makes a lot of revenue from eBay. And again, why did I also invest in PayPal or invest in Square outside of PayPal? I didn't see this coming. This is just something that just was out of the blue. Now, granted, eBay has tried to do this before. People complained, didn't take, they continued. But now, if you look at the chart, for the past 6 months, not only is the user base from Cash App more prominent than Venmo now, more than 40 million users, PayPal was here, Cash App was here, and then, Venmo goes down here, Cash App is up here now. There's more users for Cash App than there are Venmo. You can also buy fractional shares, through Square. You can fractional shares of stocks. You can also buy Bitcoin. PayPal does not do any of that. The one caveat that my friend Sully has said is that, PayPal's a $250 billion company. Square is less than $60 billion. Everywhere you go online, you have the option to pay with PayPal. You don't have the option for Square. You don't have the option for Cash App. Now, is he a boomer? Yes. Is he a Time X watch in a digital age? Yes. He invests in oil. He invests in jets, those jet fuel liners. He invests in blue chip companies, things that are generally good. Kind of like a value investor like Warren Buffett. Fine. I don't think he really invests in shit. He doesn't really take a loss. He invests in things that are safe. But if you look at the chart for PayPal and Square, the last couple months, let's say starting point is January. Square's up here. Square is up here, and PayPal's up here. They both grew, but Square grew so much more. I made a lot more. If I had invested in PayPal, yeah, I would have made money. But I made more money by investing in Square. And Square is the potential for growth for that, for upsetting the banking industry, is just so much higher. So yeah, PayPal's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yes, eBay's kicking them out, and they're going to lose a lot of revenue with that over the next 6 months. Will they still be profitable? Absolutely. But Square is just growing. PayPal does have a lot of fees, especially if my friend Lilith, we want to send money back and forth to PayPal eats up a lot of fees. Cash App, that does not happen. Our fees are very minimum. Again, that's just keeping things transparent. Why I own Square. Is there an argument for PayPal as a normal stock? Yeah. PayPal for Square? No. Square all the way. Just my opinion. Just what I'm doing. So Tesla, I'm so freaking bullish. I'm so freaking bullish on this stock. To the moon. I will never sell. My friend Dan wants me to buy other things, Livongo, PagerDuty, DocuSign, Roku, and those are all very good stocks. They really are. Tesla's disruptive innovation in 5 different areas. My Tesla fan. I don't even have a Tesla. I pre-ordered a Cybertruck. Well, 2 actually, but different story, different time, guys. That is it for me today. I love you all. Invest safe, invest smart, not financial advice. I love you. My goal is to make sure everyone makes money. Bye, guys.